So a lot of Muslims got pissed off with my that video, which one I put like don't get married. Why non-Muslims should not marry into Muslim families, or why a non-Muslim should not marry a Muslim. So obviously, I didn't expect people to embrace me and say, "Oh, I love you, brother." Allah Taala will bless you and all. So, and I try to keep it as balanced as possible, but it's obvious that if you take your religion too seriously, you will not like it. Okay, so yeah, given the fact that some of our Muslim brothers, sisters, whatever, they feel that I was dying. I'm not earning any money. That's why, and my views are dying. So this video, because it went viral, it'll make me irrelevant. I think hardly 4,000 views. For I don't know how you can call 4,000 views viral. Viral is when it goes 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 100 million views. That's called viral. 4,000 is not viral. So you must be new to the party. And some people were saying, oh, he is dying. He's not making any money. Sort of desperation now he has made some money. I've just made 3 cents, 3 cents or 4 cents. What do you do with 3 cents of like 5 Indian rupees? What do you do with it, man? So anyway, so, so I'm piggybacking on what you have said, and I thought I would share another Muslim video. Hopefully, this will go 10 million views, and if it doesn't, then you can be very happy that Allah punished me. Okay. Like I said in the previous video, the my overall experience with Muslims, majority, has always been good because I've I've always dealt with I'm very selective who I deal with, and I've been lucky. I've been lucky that understanding, loving, kind individuals who are Muslims, they have interacted with me. Do they feel bad when I do speak against Prophet Muhammad or the drawbacks of Islam? Yeah, obviously. Okay. But that doesn't mean I go up to them and say, listen, your Prophet Muhammad is this and your Islam is that. And I don't do that. Okay. This is only because I make the videos. When I go and talk to them, I talk to them only what is required. And if ever they did bring up Islam to me, when I was in Dubai and I was dealing with net worth individuals who would benefit me financially or would pay me a lot of money or sponsor whatever my events, I'll just listen. They'll say, have you read the Quran? And Allah Ta'ala really loves you. And then they would explain the surah and this and that. And they would actually read the Quran to me. Actually read. And the 45, half an hour to 45 minutes to 1 hour, I'll have to sit and listen. But in the end, they'll give me some money or something. So I know you'll say, what a sleaze ball, man, law you are. Well, I had to make money, Those days I didn't have any. But today, if anyone were to tell me, listen, Allah Ta'ala said, and can I tell you about the Quran, or can I tell you whether it's Jesus or I've never met Hindu preachers, but if it was Christian or mostly Christian and Muslims, I would tell them I appreciate and I respect your views or your beliefs, but I am really, I have other things to do right now. I don't have the time. So I don't think I'll be in a frame of mind to listen to you. You can just send me as an email, whatever you want. I've had Jehovah's Witness. I told them, just send me an email because I'll read it when I'm free. Right now, I've come here to relax. Okay, that is when I was drinking coffee and I got this Jehovah's Witness. So, yeah, okay. Now, what is the topic that I want to share with you is incidents with Muslims which have not been pleasant. Okay. Now, I'm only going to highlight in this video incidents that have not been pleasant. Okay. uh, then I know you'll be like, why don't you speak about the incidents that have been pleasant? I've told you in my previous videos, the majority of Muslims who helped me, who gave me food, who gave me money, who were kind to me, they were all Muslim families, majority. So, what do you want me to do? Speak over here that I went to this Muslim family and they served me biryani. Um, they really knew how to make good biryani, mutton and all that, beef and all that. And I ate with them and they treated me like family and I went home. So, multiply that incident 100 times. So, I've gone to Muslim families where they've given me food to eat, rice, mutton, beef, fish. They don't eat pork, vegetables, and then they've given me a little money. So I can repeat the same story 100 times and keep you happy. But I don't think anybody is interested to click and hear a very happy story of eating biryani. People like to hear a little bit of controversy. They like to hear something that is rare that they've not seen. Okay. Like, for example, when I went to Thailand from the immigration, this Thai officer, he actually said, "Oh, nice tattoo, nice tattoo." I said, "Thank you." And after he punched everything and then stamped, he said, "I take photo with you, huh? Take photo." I said, "Yeah, please." I thought I was in trouble because I thought he was going to do something. So he came out of the, this thing where he was sitting, and he took the camera. Hey, smile, smile, smile. Okay. So that is something rare. That is something that does not happen. Okay. But if I were to share and say, when I went through immigration, they smiled at me, stamped it, and went, "You didn't get anything." So you'll be like, "Isn't that normal?" Okay. So I share things which are rare, which are one off, and which are controversial or memorable so that you can remember. Like, for example, when I celebrate my daughter's birthday, it's a memorable event. Maybe there's nothing special there, but that's once in a year. Okay. Now, I just told you, about the immigration guy and he took photo. If I've had problems through immigration with any country or any nationality, it has always been Muslims. In Dubai, I've had immigration guys who are brand new, have taken me aside, taken me to the manager and to the head of the police who was there and made me wait for 45 minutes because apparently they felt I was illegal and should be thrown out. Thankfully, I had a residence visa. And I could literally hear him argue and shout and to convince him that I should be kicked out or I should be sent back. So this was very common in Dubai. Even though I thought Dubai was very progressive, luckily, I've had only 2 or 3 incidents. Okay. The most embarrassing one was when I was boarding my flight to Thailand, and this guy, he's not wearing a Arab kind of a dress, but he was, I think, one of the, I don't know if handlers or plain clothes policeman or something, big guy, and he not only made me step aside. When you put your luggage and then you're going through the immigration stamp and then you can board your aircraft after a long walk. He made me step aside and he made such a big noise. He was actually, Allah, Allah, Shaitan, and this and that. He made such a big noise. Everybody was staring at me and I just kept quiet. I just didn't make noise. I didn't do anything. And he took my passport and, Shaitan, and this and that. And finally, this this Arab guy wearing that, the white, he looked like someone very mature, someone very senior, extremely senior and educated. And because he spoke to me in English very fluently and he had a very Western accent. So he came, he asked this guy, Shuendak, like, what the hell is the problem? Like he asked that guy. So he said, Shaitan and this and that. And then he looked at the passport, looked at it again. And he told him, like, yeah, like, I'm translating, just shut your mouth, man. The guy has all his documents. He is not creating any problem. Why the hell are you creating problem? What's your bloody problem in life? So then he went, and even though he showed him, he was irritated. He came up to me and said, I apologize for the inconvenience caused. There's been a slight misunderstanding. Please, sir, have a wonderful flight. Beautiful. He was amazing. Now, obviously, I don't blame them because, for some people, this is very shocking. Not some people, many people, because this is not normal. I'm being honest. This is not normal. This is shocking. It's an exception to the rule. So, yeah, some people do talk like that. Okay. So, here, if you see, there has been a bad incident and there has been good. And like I told you, that guy who actually, when I landed in Dubai to go to Dubai, he stopped me and he took me aside, made me wait for 45 minutes to 1 hour to make sure that I don't enter UAE. So, that was a bad thing. But the manager, who was Muslim and Arab, very senior, he said, no, nothing doing. This guy has not broken any rule. Make sure that you... And he made sure, because I know, he took me, escorted me, didn't make me wait, and he left me out. So his boss made him do that. So, good Muslim, bad Muslim. I've also told you about, it was two or three incidents. It's kind of lengthy, which I don't want to mention here. If you're interested, I'll make separate videos where in Sharjah, when I was running, I used to do barefoot running and I used to wear this. I've shown sometimes on video, you might have seen the red, like sleeveless, not sleeveless, like thin. It's a running this thing. I wore a red top and red shorts and I used to run barefoot. And in Sharjah, it seems that the police station, their phone was ringing out of control because people thought I was covered in blood. Actual incident, covered in blood. And they said there's a madman or there's the devil covered in blood and he's the Antichrist and he's running like, scaring people. And people were actually scared to come out of their house. It was early morning where they had to send their children to their school and bus. And you'll not believe they dispatched police cars, maybe 10 or 12 of them, with guns, actual guns, to search who is this satanic creature covered in blood, who's the Antichrist, who is the Shaitan, the evil demon, who's going to kill people, eat people. So finally they found me. And like a Hollywood, actually it was a signal junction where there is four signal junction. I just crossed the road because it was red. Suddenly all these cars come like a Hollywood movie and they surround me. And the guys have come out, the police have come out with guns, actual guns. And I've spoken about this in that 24.AE documentary that took place 10 years, 11 years, whatever ago. It's a 24.AE, Machedo. You'll see me speaking with a South Indian accent purposefully because the producers of that documentary said, your English is too fast and fluent, nobody would understand. So dumb it down, So anyway, so that's why I sound strange over there. So they pointed the gun, surrounded me. The inspector came up. He came to me, looked at me and came and actually did this. Hey, who you? What? So I told him I'm just running. Why no shoe? Because I was to do barefoot. I said it's barefoot running. And I guess he maybe understood. Okay, what do you do? Running? I said I run like 7 to 10 kilometers. Then he told me, okay, yalla, you go run side. Don't run near road. Okay? And then he went to others and told them put their guns down. And they all went and sat in the car. They were discussing it. One inspector stood out because it was a junction. He had to, cars were being choco-blocked and everyone was staring. He made sure that all of them went. There was no traffic jam. And then one of the cops was standing there. I was really wondering what's going on. So I politely went up to him and said, excuse me, sir, like I spoke in Hindi. Oh, kya problem tha? And good thing he knew fluent Hindi, Urdu. He said that, he told me the problems. They complained that there was this devil and all that. शैतान था, वो भाग रहा था, लोगों को खून कर रहा था, you know. And then he said, and they were laughing, those two, three guys. I was like, oh, okay, that also happens. But after that incident, I made sure not to make a public spectacle. I made sure I covered myself and didn't run, especially during the peak hours of the morning. I would run when people are not there, you know, maybe evening or in some corner. And I'll share with you two final incidents, just to wind up. And by the way, the inspector who spoke to me was Arab, Muslim, so he was a good guy. Last two incidents that I want to leave you with is this one happened in Qatar International Airport, you know, the one with the big teddy bear and all that. And it was a stopover. After Qatar, it would land in Dubai. I was minding my own business and, you know, I wore full black. It was like with a hoodie. But I don't put a hoodie. Others, you know, you're very suspicious. So I had black, and airports are cold. So I was wearing a jeans and croc kind of slippers. And as usual, waited everything. Finally, the Qatar Airways aircraft came, three on this side, three on this side. So because it was going to be a short flight, I didn't ask for a window seat. Normally, I ask. So, you know, you wait until you have to board the aircraft. So I waited until all the passengers went. I would go last. So they just stamped and they said, please, this way. Once I went in, you know, people are standing there putting their luggage and everyone's doing that. I went, as I walked, that cabin crew, Qatar, this Airways, she looked at it and said, sir, this way, it's on your left-hand side. Yeah. So I remember very well, left-hand side. So I walked and, you know, there was a thing at the top. I don't know what I had, just kept a bag there. And, you know, there are three seats, I told you, the one in the aisle and the one in the window. Normally, I used to take the one in the window, but since it was not available, I sat the one in the aisle. And I, for the life of me, can't remember who was sitting in the middle, but near the window was a girl wearing, you know, her burqa, whatever, black thing. So I was sitting there, I sat on my seat and, you know, took my phone and I was just swiping or whatever. And everything was fine. Everything was quiet. People are still standing. All of a sudden, I hear this guy scream. Okay, I hear this guy scream and obviously my head goes up and I'm looking and I remember it was on this side. So I told you, like I sat on the left-hand side. So now I've turned. So when I turn, right-hand side is where this girl is sitting. There was, I don't know, boy or who, Arab boy, okay? And diagonally, maybe 3 seats or 4 seats away, the guy stood up, Arab guy. I think he was Qatari or whatever. He stood up and started to scream and he was like this, you know, he was shouting, like his eyes were big and he was saying, shaitan and so when he said shaitan and all that, I knew that he was talking about me and because, yeah, I was known as shaitan, as the devil. So shaitan, stop the law, this and that. And he stood up, he's screaming and this air hostess cabin crew she's like, okay. Like she's talking in Arabic and she's trying to calm him down. And next thing you know is he was diagonal. Then this other side, this lady in black, fully covered, she is screaming. And then one other, I'm just like wondering like, what the fuck is going on? Like both are pointing at me and screaming. So there was I told him, I'm sitting in the aisle. There was one guy here at the side. He was, I think, Filipino and one guy at the back, Filipino. I was like, I don't understand. What the fuck are they talking? And then I asked this guy at the side, what happened? Like, so he's saying, oh, big problem. And then the guy at the back, a Filipino at the back, who apparently understood Arabic, he leaned over and told me, Pare. Pare means like brother. Pare, he is shouting that you're sitting next to his daughter. So who's his daughter? He's like, the lady sitting, like he looked down because it's not good to stare. Don't look at her, but she's the girl sitting near the window. I told him, okay, so what exactly is the problem? He said, yeah, he's screaming, why did they allow you to sit here? And you're the devil, you're the antichrist, you are evil, and you are trying to sit near his daughter. So I was like, oh shit. Like, I didn't know what to do. I honestly didn't know what to do. I can't talk to him in Arabic, and there was no cabin crew near me. So finally, it became a scene. It actually became like people are standing and staring. And thankfully, this happened, remember, 10 or 12 years ago. So it was not like they used to take videos and make it viral on Instagram and all that. Others, this would have been viral at that time. So the captain himself came and he was trying to pacify this guy. And this lady came to me. I think she must have been senior because she had a badge and you could make out seniority. She said, excuse me, sir, if it is okay, can I allocate another seat because this family is not comfortable? I said, "Well, absolutely fine. I will listen to whatever you say." I told her. So they first asked me to get up and walk a little back so that this girl and this boy, apparently a brother, both stood up and they walked front. And I think they gave them seats in the front or business class or something like that. And they made them all sit together. So they had to actually shuffle a lot of people to empty so that this family could sit in one unit. And finally, they put me a little bit back so that I was not visible to this guy. 2, 3 seats or whatever. Or did they put me in the same seat? I'm just trying to recollect because I was made to sit at the back. So whatever. Let's assume he puts me in the same seat and they changed new passengers. And later on, yeah, I think it was the same seat because then the Filipino guy, yeah, brother, don't worry, your tattoos look cool. He's like, we don't judge you, brother, but their religion and all. I said, yeah, I understand. I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. And the air hostess just made sure I sat cool, calm, composed. I put my head down. I didn't want to interact with anyone. And when the aircraft did land, I waited for him to go and the aircraft to be empty, and only then I walked away. So, yeah, this was the second last incident that I want to share with you. The final incident, I'll just get to the point so it doesn't drag, was when I was driving. I think uh, it was one of the Nissan, the cheaper cars. I remember this very well, that I had my Indian girlfriend, whom namesake we married just so that nobody would check. I was near Dera city center. There was a Jaguar in front of me, and Jaguar in front of me and a car behind me. And when the signal turned green, um, before he could even move front, the guy in the Jaguar, I pressed the accelerator, ended up hitting him, and the guy behind me ended up hitting me. The funny thing is, the Jaguar, which was there, was so rock solid, not even a scratch came on it, but my Nissan got like smashed in the front and smashed at the back, and even he had a not so expensive car. So, turned out to be a very elegant Indian businessman. We all stood at the side, putting a double signal, waiting for the cops to come. Finally, a cop guy came with a big beard, and so he issued a ticket. For him, it was white. For me, it was pink because I hit the guy. And the guy behind me also got pink, and I got one pink, one white because pink, I hit the guy. White, the guy behind me hit me. Okay. And the guy behind only got pink. So, for insurance claim and repair. So the guy in the Jaguar, fine, thank you very much, shook hands with the cop and sat in the car. And I was also waiting. So since I was next, I shook hands with him. But he said, wait, wait, wait. He told me, wait. I was like, huh? That guy shook hands on me. And the guy behind me, Arab, maybe from Syria or whatever, he shook hands and he went. So this guy told me to wait. And I was like, why is he asking me to wait? Then he told me, okay, you come with me. I was like, come with you for what? We finished, no? No, no, tal, you come with me. I was like, okay. It didn't even strike me. Why is he taking me? I thought maybe the car registration expired or there was some problem. I followed him and went to the Dera police station. And I'll tell you, oh, once he took me there, parked my car, took me in. As you enter the Dera police station, uh, on the left hand side is this big ass office who's the inspector. I went there, and this guy obviously, was waiting, and he called me. And that lower level policeman, he pointed at me and told whatever I didn't understand. And the inspector looked at me. He had a mustache, well presented. He said, "What is this? What is this?" And I was like, I was thinking about the accident, and I was like, "What is what? What is all this? Tal, come here." And then I went to a big ass table. He had a spacious office, and saying, "This, what is all this?" Like he was pointing. So I said, "Tattoo. Yahi, this is not allowed. This is Islam. For Islam, this is not allowed. This is shaitan. You do black magic, you do this, you do that, you shaitan, you." So I was honestly, I didn't know what he was talking about. And I'll tell you honestly, I was shit scared. Shit scared because, the last thing you need is a problem with a cop or a senior guy. So, who's come? Okay. So after screaming and shouting, and he told me, "You sit here, you wait, you khalas, finish." This is what he did. You khalas means you finished in UAE. I was like, why? Like, what did I do, man? And I asked him if I could make a phone call, and he said, I can't remember if he allowed me to make a phone call, but I had to call my mentor, who was Murad, who was the ex-head of Dubai Police Ambulance Section, and I told him about the incident, and he asked me, "Which police station are you in?" I told him, "Dera." He's like, "Okay, just be there. After you finish, let me know what's happening." This guy, I remember I went there at 4 o'clock, all the way to literally, I think, 11 or 12 in the night. I was sitting there, people coming, going, coming, going, coming. He even got one photographer, official photographer of the police, take photographs of my hands and this and that and back. And I asked him, he was a Pakistani guy. I asked him, "Kya hua? Ye kya kiya aapne? Ye kya kiya? Aap khalas. Aapka khalas means you're finished." I was like, "Oh, finished? What the fuck, yeah?" So finally, at around 12, I was afraid that he would keep me overnight there. Thankfully, he didn't. He told me, "You go, you come Saturday." Oh, yeah. Because those days, Thursday was half day, Friday is holiday, Saturday is when they open. So he told me, "Come on Saturday morning, 8. Okay. And he told me, "Pack your bags, keep your passport ready, you're khalas. Khalas." He told me, "You finish in UAE. I was so shit scared. And obviously, I had to call my mentor, Murad, who was Muslim, Emirati. He was ex-head of Dubai Police, I told you. So he said, he asked me, "Lloyd, did you do something wrong?" I explained to the whole thing, the incident, the accident. Saying, "Okay, let me see what I can do. Don't worry. Just take it easy, go home." I didn't sleep. Thursday, Friday, I was completely worried. Saturday, I was shitting bricks. And I really thought it was going to be my last day. And I reached 8 o'clock. And as usual, that inspector was there early morning. I wished him morning. He didn't look at me. He was like, "Go meet." He told one assistant who was there, like coffee boy, to meet the head of the Dera police station. That police station, Dera. And it seems that guy was a mutawwa. Mutawwa is like a guy who has dedicated his life to Allah, to God. I was even more scared. This guy is though, like shaven and has a mustache. The mutawwa means he keeps a long beard, and they have the like black mark here because they pray that much to God. I thought I was finished. But Murad had told me that, "Don't worry, just go meet him. Everything will be fine." So I was almost shivering inside. So I went upstairs. There's a climb up here, and then you have to go like this up. It's a nicely designed this thing, Went up there, door open. I had to wait. After a few minutes, the office boy said, he's calling. Okay. I went there and nice, elegant, big office, very well dressed, but big beard. I was like, I'm finished. So, and to my surprise and shock, this inspector, he spoke very good English. Please, please have a seat. Like he was very kind, very courteous. And then he said, your name is, I said, Loy Machedo. Can I see your passport? I think they had taken my passport before. So he said, how many years in UAE? I told him. And then he just asked me one question, why you did all this, Yahi? Like, why? You have such a nice face. You have such God-given body. You're so beautiful in the eyes of God. Why you spoil? I just told him, I just did it because I like attention and want to be different. He just shook his head. He looked at the passport. Okay. He asked me, did you have any problems? Did you have any issues? I said, no, sir, nothing. Okay. He stood up and I also stood up. Come. And he took me with him, very gentle, very polite. Took me, like I told you, the staircase is like this. So then he took me down and then the main thing. And as he was walking me out, this side is like when I'm going out, this side is that inspector. So he immediately looked at Shu and he asked him why are you letting him go or something like that. Immediately that guy said, he like in Arabic, he shouted at him and told him to go inside and something. And he's like, but why? Just he told him, he was angry with him. And then he took me out and he, being the head, he actually walked me all the way and then came in there. He said, where's your car? I said, sir, it's parked outside. He's saying, I apologize for the misunderstanding. I hope this doesn't, have any ill feelings towards us. It has just been a misunderstanding. So have a wonderful day or something like that. Very nice, very polite. And more like God bless you. And then he gave my passport and he said, goodbye, and he went away. I just walked to the passport. I was like, huh? And, I went being in zombie land because I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking that it was the last time I'll be in UAE. So I gave the bad side and also the good side. And imagine this. That guy was a mutawa. That guy was a Muslim, high-ranking police officer. And he gave me all the love and respect. So anyway, after that, I made sure that I doubled down on the fact I never went out. I was always stay at home. So anyway, I hope this incident finally shed some light. So I'm not giving you only bad stuff. I'm giving you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the nice. Anyway, good, bad, ugly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you enjoy the story? Did you not enjoy the story? And I would love to know what are your thoughts. Okay? So, hope this balances the argument. You guys take care. This is me signing off.